I'm Rob Skinner, and this is the Rob Skinner Podcast. Today I'm talking about what is your rock? Let's talk about where your heart and your hope really lay. All this and more on the Rob Skinner Podcast. Welcome back to the Rob Skinner Podcast. My goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life, make this life count, and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. I have a set of scriptures that I'd love to go through, and I'm pulling these shorter form podcasts from. And today I want to talk about Psalm 62, verse 10, where it says, "Though your riches increase, do not set your heart on them." Okay, very short, but at the same time, very powerful. The New Living Translation puts it this way, and if your wealth increases, don't make it the center of your life. We're living in an incredible time of financial growth. I was talking to a person that I'm studying the Bible with who's a hedge fund manager, and he's just saying this is just the greatest time for investors of any time period. And I mean, this is, February of no, March. Okay, March of 2026. And many mature Christians that I know have seen their net worth soar in ways that they never imagined when they were young believers. Retirement accounts are up, real estate values have climbed, investments have multiplied, and yet I've also seen something troubling, and that is as wealth increases, the passion often decreases. Faith cools, focus drifts, and the seed gets choked out by what Jesus called the deceitfulness of wealth. We start to trust in the market instead of the master. King David understood this tension super well. He wrote earlier in the same psalm, "Truly my soul finds rest in God. My salvation comes from him. Truly, he is my rock and my salvation. He's my fortress. I will never be shaken." David was an extraordinarily wealthy man. Yet his peace didn't come from the palaces, the armies, or his accounts. It came from God alone. He knew money can rise and fall. People can praise and they can betray, but God is unshakable. That's why he warned us, though your riches increase, do not set your heart on them. The key phrase there is set your heart. It's not wrong to have money. It's wrong when money has you. By the time you hear this episode, the stock market may have changed dramatically. I know we're going through an oil shock and we've got war in the Middle East and Iran again brewing up. It might be surging or crashing by the time you listen to this. Who knows where it's going to be at? That's the point. Wealth is uncertain. It's a terrible foundation for your life. David didn't cling to his wealth. He used it. Later in life, he gave generously to fund the building of God's temple. And even though God told him he wouldn't be the one to construct it, David poured out his treasure anyway. He wanted his resources to serve God's purposes, and God blessed him for both his desire and his generosity. If you want to build a firm foundation for the future, keep your heart anchored to the rock, Jesus Christ. Let your wealth be a tool, not a trophy. Use it to bless other people. Use it to build God's kingdom. I think about people like Don and Mia Lee. They're over in Eastern Europe, and they were very successful in their work, and yet they're not allowing their success to drive them away from God. They're just devoting themselves to serve God in their retirement. And there are a number of other people that I see doing that. It's inspiring. It's so countercultural, because it's so easy to be lulled into what the world says retirement or older age should be, where you just kind of basically you spiritually retire. You don't just physically retire. You don't just retire from work. You start to retire spiritually. You let go of the mission, you let go of the passion, and you just coast, hoping that you generated enough momentum earlier in your Christian life to make it all the way to the gates of heaven. That is no way to live the Christian life. I pray no one ever allows me to do that. I mean, I want to enjoy my retirement. I definitely want to retire at some point. But man, I want my love to be on fire. I never want my love to outlive my life. That's for sure. Or my life to outlive my love. That's the correct way to say it. So use your time, use your money to build God's kingdom. What or who is your rock right now? Are you trusting in markets or in your maker? Ask yourself, how can I redirect my blessings towards eternal impact today? Thanks for listening. Here's how you can help support the program. First, sign up for my newsletter. There should be a link in the show notes, or you can go to robskinner.com. I'd love to stay connected with you. I send out a helpful newsletter every week just to help people, to encourage them. And I'd love to stay in contact with you. Secondly, read my latest book, The 10X Christian. You can find that on Amazon.com, or else you can go to my website at robskinner.com, because my goal is to inspire you to live a no regrets life. Make this life count and multiply disciples, leaders, and churches. Have a great day and make this life count.